Hello traders, this is A. Rashad, a freelance technical analyst, and I'm here to present some trading opportunities for next week. Starting with the Aussie dollar. As I mentioned in my video last week, that this top here that we've seen on the 6th of May won't be the top of the wave 2, and we won't see a weakness right from here, and some complex correction will form up before we break lower again. And we've seen this consolidation into the upside, which tested a bit uh, uh, almost the 79% retracement of this move down, and a weakness into a 5 waves fall. And I was stucking some kind of continuation pattern where we fall down into C, then D, E, and then we break higher from this descending trend line resistance. But as in fact we went down into a 5 waves and up into 3, and then we're breaking lower again. So I think we will be witnessing here next week a regular ABC correction into this is 61% retracement into this level here. The 104 is a very strong support back in 4th of April, and here as well the 12th of April, and this is a wave 4 bottom. So I'm expecting some kind of a support or bids around this area, which will hold the trend in a consolidation pattern before we see some more weakness or a spike lower into the 161% retracement of this of wave A. And I'm expecting the support to lie around this area from the 102.40 or the 102 level, and that will be a decision area. I mean, a move up or a bounce from these levels, whether it will form up into a correction with more weakness to go, which will signal a new trend is forming in the Aussie, or we might see the prices comes up and even breaks the wave B top here, which signals another push into a new highs for the Aussie. So basically the plan here is actually on Friday I sold the Aussie around 1.680. I tweeted on the Twitter that the move up is in a clear 3 waves here, in a clear ABC correction, and I tweeted when the price was around here that this is a decision area right now. If it wants to push high and even test this trend line here, the falling trend line resistance, which signals that we are in a continuation pattern, which signal more consolidation before I break higher, or it will fall down right away. So I took my chances, and I sold from here, closed some booked some profits around here, and I'm expecting more weakness to go. So my first target will be around 1.04 and 1.0250. The Aussie yen, I think it's forming some kind of a continuation pattern where we fell into A, B, C, D, and we are in the E wave down. And this scenario works pretty well with the scenarios I'm expecting here for the Aussie, where we finish a C wave down and find some bids and support around the 1.02. That will push the Aussie yen higher as well from this level into which is wave E bottom. So I think going long the Aussie yen around this as it tests this trend line resistance support here, it will be a very good trade from the risk and reward perspective, targeting new highs. I'll be tweeting as well if I'm willing to take this trade or not. But actually, as we fell down from here, so I'm expecting 5 waves down from here to test this trend line support before it moves higher again. So this is a very interesting pattern that I'm willing to trade within the next weeks or so. Maybe I will wait to see a strong bids around this area before I jump in into the long side. Looking at the euro dollar, I have some kind of ending diagonal scenario here. I can get there's a couple of scenarios I'm watching for the euro, but it's very hard to get super bearish at this point. I prefer to be more cautious into considering the euro into a major leg down or some kind of move back to the lows. This is a 4-hour chart. I move down to the lows here, so I'll be cautious at this point to consider the euro into a major trend lower. So I'm counting this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are on the 5th wave down, and we could witness some kind of an ending diagonal where the prices test the 1 point a bit lower from the 1.04, 1.40. It could test down to the 1.39 and then bounce back up, and this works pretty well with the scenario that I put for the Aussie, where it will find bids around the 1.02 level or a bit above. So I'm short the euro as well from Friday. I went short around 42 30 around here, and I booked some profits around this bottom here. Normally I wouldn't book any profits around this levels, but we were on Friday, so I wanted to take some off the market before we go into the weekend. So I'm watching the support around the 1.04 and how the prices will react from this level, and if it's gonna push higher into this resistance around the 1.41 and fall back again. So at the moment I will be targeting the 1.04 and 1.39 on this trade, and the price action next week will give a more clear picture of what we're gonna be seeing within the next couple of weeks in the euro. And before I consider any more bearish scenario or an extreme bearish or a new trend lower for the euro, I will need to see some kind of a correction higher into wave 2, and then a break lower again, or a break, a decisive break for the 1.04 and the 1.39 level. And euro yen, same scenario we're seeing in the euro, in the Aussie yen. 3 waves down here, 3 waves up, and we are on the C wave down. Very clear wave formations here, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and we are on the 5th wave lower, which works pretty well with the scenario on the euro dollar. We are currently in wave 3 of 5 lower, which could take the price down to the 112 level before we bounce back up, and this could be a very good long-term long opportunity for the euro against the yen, because anyways, if we are seeing a new trend lower, disregarding this clear wave formation when we move down into a 3 waves here, signaling we are still in a corrective pattern, if we are in a new trend and this is like 1, 2, 1, anyways, we're gonna see a push higher into wave 2 or a push higher into a new leg higher. So that will be a very good trade that works with both the bullish and the bearish scenario for that pair. So looking for more weakness from these levels down to the at least the 1.12 level. And the dollar index, this is a daily, and this trend line support here, which goes back into 2008, and tested on December 2009, and here as well on November 010. So that will be a very strong resistance for the dollar index as it goes back up to touch the resistance here. So I'm not willing to hold any trades until I see the trend breaking back up from this resistance line. And here I will start to consider more bearish scenario for the euro or the Aussie or any other pair. Until then, I'm expecting some weakness to go from this level as it tests it to test back down to the 75 or maybe lower, and then that will be a decision area whether it wants to break lower again or it wants to break higher from this trend line resistance, and that will be a very bullish signal for all the dollar pairs to break higher. That's it. Stay tuned to the Twitter where I will tweet all my trades and updated charts, and good luck for next week.